Picture this. You're one of Hollywood's most talked about couples. The cameras follow your every move. Your love story becomes the stuff of tabloid legends. Then it all falls apart. The world watches as your fairy tale crumbles. Social media explodes. With rumors, fans take sides. The pressure becomes suffocating. But what happens when the dust settles? What happens when two souls, bruised by fame and betrayal, find their way back to each other? This is the story of Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, a love story that defied Hollywood logic. A relationship that survived public scandals, personal demons, and the crushing weight of celebrity. And now, they're back. The year was 2020. The world was in chaos. Lockdowns had everyone trapped in their homes. But for Megan Fox, isolation would become the catalyst for everything that followed. She was filming a movie called Midnight in the Switchgrass. The project seemed routine. Another thriller. Another paycheck. But fate had different plans. Enter Colson Baker, better known to the world as Machine Gun Kelly. He was the tattooed rapper with a reputation for controversy. She was the actress, trying to rebuild her career after years in the Hollywood wilderness. On paper, they had nothing in common. But chemistry doesn't read scripts. I knew right away that he was what I call a twin flame, Megan would later reveal. Instead of a soulmate, a twin flame is actually where a soul has ascended into a high enough level that it can be split into two different bodies. The connection was instant. Electric, undeniable. Within months, Megan had filed for divorce from her husband of 10 years, Brian Austin Green, the father of her 3 children. The man who had stood by her through her darkest Hollywood moments. The media went into overdrive. Headlines screamed about homewreckers and midlife crises. Social media became a battlefield. Team Megan versus Team Brian. The custody battles, the accusations. But Megan and Colson didn't care. They were consumed by each other. Their first public appearance together sent shockwaves through entertainment news. The American Music Awards 2020. Megan wore a cutout dress that left little to the imagination. Colson couldn't keep his hands off her. "This is my girlfriend," he announced to the world. Pulling her close for the cameras, the relationship moved at lightning speed. Matching tattoos, public declarations of love, Instagram posts that made even their most devoted fans blush. "I am weed," Megan posted, alongside a photo of their intertwined hands. "She's grass," Colson replied. "I smoke her." The world was fascinated, and horrified, and completely obsessed. This wasn't just a celebrity romance. This was a full-blown obsession playing out on the world's biggest stage. Their interviews became legendary. Megan spoke about drinking each other's blood, about the spiritual connection that transcended physical reality, about finding her other half in the most unexpected place. "We're actually two halves of the same soul, I think," she told journalists. "And I said that to him almost immediately because I felt it right away." Colson was equally devoted. He got tattoos dedicated to her, changed his entire aesthetic, started making music that was more vulnerable, more emotional. His album, Tickets to My Downfall, was filled with references to their love story, the pain of his past, the healing she brought to his life. For 2 years, they were inseparable. Red carpets became their runway. Social media became their diary. Every moment was documented, analyzed, dissected by millions of fans. The engagement came in January 2022, a massive emerald ring with thorns that would draw blood if removed. Because, as Colson explained, love should hurt. Yes, in this life and every life, Megan captioned the announcement. "Beneath the same branches we fell in love under, I brought her back to ask her to marry me." The world watched in fascination. This wasn't just an engagement. This was performance art. This was to people so consumed by their connection that reality seemed to bend around them. But fame is a cruel mistress, and the pressure of living your entire relationship in public takes a toll. Cracks began to show. In 2023, subtle at first, a misread carpet appearance. Cryptic social media posts. Photos where their smiles looked forced. Then came the rumors. Whispers about trust issues. About Coulson's past catching up with him. About text messages and secret conversations. Megan had always been open about her struggles with trust. Her previous marriage had been damaged by infidelity rumors. She'd spoken candidly about her mental health battles, her anxiety, her perfectionism. "I have a lot of deep insecurities," she'd admitted in interviews. "I don't think I'm beautiful. I have body dysmorphia. I have a lot of self-esteem issues." The pressure of a public relationship combined with these personal struggles created a perfect storm. In March 2023, everything exploded. Megan deleted all photos of Coulson from her Instagram. Every trace of their love story gone in an instant. In their place, a single post with lyrics from Beyoncé's "Pray You Catch Me." "You can taste the dishonesty. It's all over your breath." The internet went into meltdown. Fans frantically searched for clues. What had happened? Who had betrayed whom? Was this the end of Hollywood's most intense love story? Sources close to the couple painted a picture of a relationship in crisis. Trust had been broken. Hearts had been shattered. The fairy tale was over. For months, they remained apart. Coulson threw himself into his music, his tours, his work. The pain was evident in every performance. The songs that once celebrated their love now felt like eulogies. Megan retreated from the public eye. She focused on her children, her acting career. The slow process of healing from a very public heartbreak, the divorce from Brian Austin Green, was finally finalized. Co-parenting arrangements were established. Life moved forward. But the ghost of what she'd lost with Coulson haunted every step. But here's the thing about twin flames. According to Megan's spiritual beliefs, they're destined to find each other again and again, across lifetimes, despite obstacles. Beyond reason, the first hints of reconciliation came in late 2023. Paparazzi photos of them leaving the same restaurant, separately, but within minutes of each other. Social media posts with cryptic messages about forgiveness and growth. Then came the sightings. A coffee shop in West Hollywood. A recording studio in Nashville. Always careful to avoid being photographed together. But the timing was too perfect to be coincidental. Friends close to the couple began dropping hints. They never really stopped loving each other, one source revealed. The connection was too strong. They just needed time to work through their issues. The breakthrough came during the holidays. Megan had always been deeply spiritual. Christmas wasn't just about presents and family dinners. It was about reflection, forgiveness, and second chances. Sources say Coulson reached out first. Not with grand gestures or public declarations. Just a simple message. An apology, a request to talk. The conversation lasted hours. They talked about their mistakes, their fears, the pressure that had torn them apart, the love that had never really died. They realized they were stronger together than apart, a source close to Megan revealed. All the spiritual work they'd both done during their time apart had prepared them for this moment. By New Year's Eve, they were quietly spending time together again. No social media posts, a paparazzi tips. Just two people rebuilding something that had been broken. The first public confirmation came in February 2024. A grainy photo from a Lakers game. Megan and Coulson in the VIP section, his arm around her shoulders, her head on his chest. The body language said everything. This wasn't just a hookup or a moment of weakness. This was two people who had found their way back to each other. But this time, things were different. The public declarations were gone. The social media oversharing had stopped. They'd learned that some things are too precious to be performed for the world. Instead of rushing into another engagement announcement, they took things slow. Therapy sessions, deep conversations about boundaries, honest discussions about what had gone wrong and how to prevent it from happening again. They're basically back together, sources now confirm. But they're doing it right this time. No pressure. No timeline. Just love. The change is evident in everything they do. Coulson's recent music is more mature, more introspective. He's talking about healing rather than destruction. About building rather than burning. Megan has returned to social media, but with a different energy. Gone are the cryptic posts about pain and betrayal. In their place are messages about growth, self-love, and second chances. Sometimes you have to break something to make it stronger. She posted recently, alongside a photo of a sunrise. The metaphor wasn't lost on anyone paying attention. Their friends say, the reconciliation has been beautiful to witness. Two people who had lost themselves in the intensity of their connection have found a way to love each other without losing their individual identities. They're still twin flames, one friend explains. But now they understand that being connected doesn't mean being consumed. The work continues. Couples therapy, individual growth, learning to navigate love in the public eye without letting the pressure destroy what they've rebuilt. There are rumors of a private ceremony. Not a Hollywood spectacle, but an intimate gathering of family and friends. A chance to commit to each other away from the cameras and the commentary. They don't need the world's approval anymore, a source reveals. They only need each other. The story of Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly isn't over. If anything, it's entering a new chapter. One written with the wisdom that comes from surviving heartbreak. The strength that comes from choosing love over ego. They've learned that fairy tales aren't about perfect people living perfect lives. They're about imperfect people choosing to fight for something worth fighting for in a world obsessed with disposable relationships and instant gratification. Their story offers something different. Hope, proof that real love can survive real problems. That second chances aren't just possible, they're necessary. The cameras will continue to follow them. The tabloids will continue to speculate. The world will continue to watch as their love story unfolds. But this time, Megan and Coulson hold the pen. They're writing their own ending. And from all appearances, it's going to be beautiful. Love, it turns out, isn't about never falling down. It's about choosing to get back up. Together. Some stories end with happily ever after, but the best stories end with to be continued. And for Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, the story is just beginning again. What do you think? Rooting for their second chance at love. Do you believe in the power of twin flames and spiritual connections? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's discuss whether some relationships really are worth fighting for. Don't forget to subscribe to Luminoir for more behind-the-scenes stories about your favorite celebrities. Hit that bell icon so you never miss the latest updates on Hollywood's most fascinating love stories.